because I'm tired of her inviting herself into my house and taking up space. Thank you. About bloody time. She held the baby twice in the 30 times she's been here. So why has she been coming here? What? It makes no sense. It's not for support, because she's not supporting you by taking care of the baby if she only held it twice, I should say, in 30 times. Hi guys, IDOWorkHereLady. Welcome back to my channel. Today, guys, I have a story for you titled, "Am I the a-hole for refusing to get dressed so mother-in-law could come over?" Starts off with her saying, "I'm 7 weeks post-pregnancy, so mother-in-law started being really invasive in the last month of pregnancy, started coming over constantly uninvited, and it was always the most inconvenient of times as well. Every time I was trying to catch up on sleep, and the second that I would start dozing off, she would be at my door, never failed. I stopped answering the door for her just to have my husband blow up my phone and say to open the door because his mum was there." Honestly, not only should you not be answering the door, but I would also start not answering my husband's call, right? Because, like, you're just at home chilling, minding your own business, and mother-in-law comes over. Now, yes, there's an element of her that could be because she's trying to be overprotective, but I would approach it first by having a conversation with her saying, "Hey, you really don't need to come here as many times as you do." And then after that, if she doesn't listen, don't answer the door and don't answer your husband's phone call. Simple as that. She continued, "Then I went into false labor and she showed up at the hospital expecting me to let her in the delivery room." What? Why? Never asked us or anything. She literally showed up during a cervical check and sat down and said, "I'm just here to hold my baby up." What? Oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. The nurses were frazzled because she literally just walked in like she owned the place. It was like 3 a.m, so they were short-staffed and didn't see her walk into the wards. Like, how could that even happen in a hospital? But nonetheless, she continues, "Anyways, I've had a bad taste in my mouth since then. She was told several times that she was being overbearing and she would stop for a bit and start back up again when it was forgotten. But after I had the baby, she was showing up easily 3 times a week." Again, why are you answering the door? I wouldn't answer the door, and I would tell the husband, either speak to your mum and stop, or there's going to be arguments, right? This can't continue. Nonetheless, she continues, but after I had the baby, she was showing up easily 3 weeks. I read that sentence. I didn't say anything originally because my husband was super anxious and the added support was nice for him, despite being inconvenient, I should say, and irritated to me, especially given that she has no interest in the baby, but has invited people over to see the baby without asking. Oh, this is a mother-in-law from hell. And the issue that you have here is that you're not setting boundaries around these things. You're just not. You're allowing her to continue the way she is. She continues, "She showed up here with my sister-in-law and my sister-in-law's 2 kids when I was 1 week post-pregnancy. I didn't ask or anything." Like, the worst thing that you can do when someone just had a baby, they just want to relax. It's irritating, and 2 weeks ago, I finally snapped. Hallelujah. I'm actually glad that you snapped. I said she needs to stay away for the foreseeable future. It generally makes no sense. She continues, "My husband told us to stay away for a while because I needed space. But last night, around 6 p.m, she randomly shows up at our door. I'd just gotten out of the shower and was hanging out nude in the living room nursing the baby. My husband asked me to get dressed so she could let her in for a minute, and I said, absolutely not. 100% agreed. No, you told her to stay away. She's obviously not listening to it. Why should you be inconvenienced because of it? I didn't invite her here. He could go outdoor if he wanted, but I'm not getting dressed so she can come in after showing up uninvited yet again. She said she spoke to my husband and he told me that she had, but he didn't give her a yes on coming over." I guess she's trying to say she basically spoke to her husband to say, "Hey, I'm going to come over," and the husband really didn't say yes, but he also didn't say no by sounding like this. Nonetheless, he says, "I'm pushing his mum away for no good reason. I argue that I was forced into this, his mum being overbearing and disrespectful behavior. I say since she doesn't respect me or the baby, she doesn't need to be here right now." He's saying, "It's my kid too. I should have a say on who's here." Yes, right? And that, I agree with that statement. Correct. It's the husband and the wife, but if that's the situation, the mum should come over when the husband's home. But it sounds like the mum's coming over when the husband's not home. But even then, there's an element of it which is once a week, once every couple of weeks, sure, but not 3 times a week. Like, what the hell are you coming here for? Just to read some comments, guys, just so you know it's not just me saying this. One person says, not the a-hole. In fact, now that you know what works, be naked as much as possible. If she happens to show up when you're wearing clothes, get naked ASAP. Run around topless, ready for feeding at an instant. Mostly I'm joking. But it's funny though, right? I mean, it would work. But you have to find a way to set decent boundaries here, because this could just get weirder as the child ages. Who knows? Another person says, guys, not the a-hole. Husband's gonna eventually be divorced if you don't talk to his mother about boundaries and respect. Tell him to grow a spine. Mother-in-law is an a-hole and sounds miserable to be around. I wish you wouldn't. I wish you would have the nurse have security escort her out. And this is referring to when she was in the hospital. One minor update from the original post. She says, I did post in a comment as it was asked, but no, husband is 100% spineless when it comes to his mother, because she inflicted strong abandonment issues into him, and now he's just happy to have her back in her life. And that is fundamentally what the issue is. She gave him custody to her oldest daughter, who was 22 at the time, and when he was 6, because she wanted to go live with her new boyfriend, who was kid-free. From the time he was 6 until he was 17, she only saw him on Thanksgiving and Christmas because she moved to Canada with his boyfriend. Her and her boyfriend split up when he was 18, and she moved back to where they're currently living right now, and has been actively part of his life ever since. He was still living with his sister when I met him at the age of 21, and we moved in together. We've been together now for 6 years. That means they're 27. She was only coming over to see us maybe 3 times a year prior to last month of the pregnancy, when she felt it was necessary to be at our place every other day or every 2 days. I mean, look, guys, that's the end of the story. Now, that additional context does explain why the husband is the way he is, but it does not explain why she has to put up with it, right? There's no reason for her to put up with mother-in-law or with the husband if things don't improve. Nonetheless, guys, that's the end of the story. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and I'm out. Peace.